Okay, this is a live about Mark of the Beast. Mark of the Beast is not something that's going to be imprinted on you by man. It's something that's um, imposed on you by God. It starts from the spirit first. You see me? Is in the spirit, this essence of the being, as in man, right? Go back to the story of Cain and Abel. Um, Abel was sacrificed to the devil by Cain, right? Cause he pride, pride is a has has been a deadly sin, right? And that's the deal or trade that between God and the devil. Say pride is a deadly sin. So anybody who have pride becomes a sacrificial piece to the devil, right? You notice in the Bible this same trait, like even with Jacob and Esau, right? He stole his birthright, right? But in the end, Jacob succeeded because he was anointed the name Israel by the angel Gabriel that he fought, right? He fought the angel Gabriel, and Gabriel named him, gave him the name Israel. Israel has a hidden meaning to it. It has to deal, it goes back to Egypt, right? Isis, Isis, Ra, and Elohim. Elohim is the courtship of gods. It actually means plural, like gods, right? The god of Egypt or the god of Mesopotamia or the gods of Sumeria, right? Called Anawaki and all them shit there. But back to the Mark of the Beast. The Mark of the Beast is not nothing that you're going to get in by through no chip, through no vaccine. It's imposed upon you from birth, right? From birth. The Mark of the Beast is in your essence or spirit or of your nature, right? So with Cain, Cain was very jealous. He was a bitch ass nigga, to put it in layman terms. So all the people who are bitch ass niggas today, you have the mark of the beast. You have the mark of the beast. You're born with it. It's something you're born with, right? And that's why when Cain was banished from the Garden of Eden, right? When Cain was banished from the one of the circles of the Garden of Evil, God, they don't tell you that it was like circles, right? There was walls between layers between the garden. So God just banished them from the main center of the garden, and they went outside more, right? Through the betrayal of Eve. Women women are dumb spiritually. Women don't know this, but they are very dumb spiritually. Because how God made Adam label all the animals, and Adam never came across. He named all the animals. Adam never came across no talking serpent, right? Because Adam would know in advance before Eve, because he named all the animals before Eve even exists, right? Now the spirit of that come in the serpent, right? Satan possessed the serpent and talking to Eve, because her vibrations were low, right? So the mark of the beast is something that's imposed upon you by birth, not like say God imposed it upon you. Something you was predestined to already be and have. The mark of the beast is the belly of the beast. It's the matrix itself. It's the Mr. Smiths and the Mrs. Smiths and the woman, the pretty woman and all them stuff there. That's part of the matrix, and that's to separate the goats from the sheep. Goats are sacrificial um animals. Goat don't produce wool. So they're going to use the goat as a food source, while the lamb now is protected by God and ordained, preordained by God to be sheltered, protected, right? Like the shepherd. The shepherd. What you want to avoid is the shepherd, the wolf in shepherd costume. Because you have a lot of, today, you have a lot of wolves and hyenas and all sort of critters and animals that impose as the shepherd, and really they're trying to carry it to the slaughterhouse, right? So that they have the mark of the beast because of Cain. And Cain, God told Cain he would put a mark on him so he would not be harmed. If you notice with bitch ass niggas, who is the least, who is the most threatening, who is the most dangerous crowd right now? The most dangerous crowd is a ambitious, and I'm going to talk all the way I always talk, a ambitious, lazy nigga. That's it, family. That's it. A ambitious, lazy nigga. Niggas that sit down, envious of the man who is working hard, getting all the courtship from the ladies and attention from the ladies. So they sit down and hate on that, and this is why God sent them and tell him, say, nobody shall harm him outside. If him come out as a bitch ass nigga, he going to play it safe for himself because he's a coward. He's a coward in real life. He's a coward in real time. So he going to always etch it away where him not endanger himself, but he might be dangerous or a threat to the progression. That's what the mark of the beast supposed to do. They're supposed to be put a halt on progression, right? So we men, real men, who who take the mantle and take the mantle of pride and become prideful for being a man, we always end up as in the loophole with God and the devil. So we end up be the sacrificial goat, greatest of all time, right? So they stop our energy from increasing past a certain level because of pride. But if men were able to understand ego death, right, and to let things go, like even when Jesus said, turn the left cheek, because some of these powers and principalities, oh yeah, don't even, no matter how mighty you are, we're all men. We can be taken down easily, right? A man could be fought armies of men and fall to just one woman. One woman fuck him up, you know. One woman will just fuck up one man if he don't use his wisdom and discernment, right? He don't use his wisdom and discernment that God gave him, right? Because after a certain while, we become so confident and so overzealous. We begin to believe that we are God, right? Because God said we make in his image, but that's no. We are not God. We are man. We are mortal. We are flesh. God is in spirit. God is in your essence, right? God is in your essence. So that's why I wanted to came here to say to make sure I post up that people, even if people don't watch it, it's going to be there. So some pastors not going to tell you this. Some pastors going to make you feel like that man can give you the mark of the beast. No, in the Bible it don't tell you who give you the mark of the beast. God. And that's what I'm trying to say. Oh, it's only God. It's only God can do it. Nobody can put no mark of the beast on you. You already been you already been exiled. You already been protected, right? So nobody can harm you outside the garden, right? Who is the most threat right now? Any masculine man, Donald Trump, Andrew Tate, myself. Cause people been trying to kill me. These niggas out here been trying to kill me. And even still now they hating on the car. My looks, my height, everything. You see me, I have the charisma. Then I have the work for sure for it. You see me, some of them been sitting down and pretending like they're bad and never done nothing in their life. So that's masculine. Right? And when they see me and hear the stories of me, it make them feel away. Cause I put out the work. You see me? I put out the work. So, you know, the mark of the beast is something that's imposed upon you from birth. You see me? It's imposed upon you from birth. It's already there. You already had no chip them put in you know. Nothing man can do to make you become away, diverge from God. Cause that's what you guys doing when you who have the mind. You're diverging from God. You're moving away from God. You're separated. You're completely separated. You are agent of the devil. That's what it means, the mark of the beast mean. You are the agent of the devil. It don't mean nothing about no poisoning you or whatever crazy conspiracy you could come up. Nobody can trick you to take on the mark of the beast. You see me, it's something that's imposed upon you from birth. It's imprinted upon you from birth. You were preordained. You are an NCP. You are not a real person. You don't have a soul. You cannot feel energy. You don't have control over your mind because the spirit is the programming. Let me repeat that again. The spirit is the programming, right? Let me explain that. The spirit is the programming of your nature. So you have a multitude of spirits from your growing up. The spirit is from your experience, right? It's been imposed upon you, it's been imprinted upon you. It's something you learn. Everything is preordained to happen. It's not no coincidence. Certain things is not no coincidence. There is nothing that's a coincidence, right? And it's for you to wake up to it. Become it's not wake, become woke. There's nothing named woke. From your living life in this dimension, you are asleep. So from your spirit is asleep. Your soul and your spirit is two different things. Your spirit is asleep because you haven't had much experience, but it's to become awakened, become the awakening, to become more aware and conscious of your surroundings, of everything, every dimension there is of light and frequency. Is to become aware and notice. You can start noticing spirits, you can start noticing numbers, energy, right? You can start hearing energy, right? Start hearing certain frequencies, low tone frequencies, like even I hear frequencies like when things are about to go bad for me, I usually get a ringing in my left ear, right? This is my left ear. This is my left ear. I usually get a ringing in my left ear. And if some blessings was to happen to me, I get a ringing in my right ear, right? So certain people have gifts that's bestowed to them by God to help them through their challenges. Like, so for instance, all right, you see, this I would have a girl and she is gorgeous. So that's her blessing from God to help her through her life, right? So even ugly people, God made the ugly for a reason. It's to help you, to push you forward, to motivate. Because God know what your life was going to be by, and He made you perfectly for your life. He made you perfectly. It's just you have to put out the work. You have to put out the work for God, right? That's why in the Bible it tell you to give back 10%. Always give. It don't mean nothing about give no church, no money or nothing like that. The 10% is within. God is never without. If you're without God, you're in a rock in between a hard place. And that's is really impossible to be without God. It's a choice, it's a lifestyle. It's really a lifestyle or a choice to be separated from God. You choosing to be separated from God. It's not God not against you. It's not God is not against anybody. Cause God Himself don't have no rivals. God don't really. The devil is not His enemy. The God love the devil. God is so strong that He'll still love the devil after the devil betrayed Him. That's God. He's the Father, not the mother. The mother is crazy because we know our mothers. Our mothers' minds, women mind, like what I'm saying, they're dumb spiritually because they 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 absorb onto all these impressions of the world and material and vanity. Women are easy to become very vague because the lifestyle of a woman or the character of being a woman. Being a good woman is I don't want to use the word hard, but it's difficult to reach that stage if this was not imprinted or encoded. Because women go and do anything for their survival. Literally anything. We see it. Women will prostitute themselves, they will sell themselves short, they would stay with a cruddy person because money and lifestyle is, like I say, it's all about the lifestyle. Even women have the mark of the beast, right? I get people might know this already or figure this thing, but even women have the mark of the beast too. They can be imposed by the mark of the beast can be imposed upon them. Although the story only mentioned Cain and I said bitch ass niggas, but you have majority women not really conscious. Majority women not really conscious because they focus on all these things within the matrix. And the matrix is the belly of the beast, is the womb. Is the womb. And women have wombs, so that's why they're so fascinated with all the nature of this world, right? And it's to not become detached from everything. Don't make anything really control you. The only thing that can either compete with God or God let allow to compete with Him is money. Money is like the second God. Because it's commerce. Commerce is represented by the caduceus, communication, right? So I can pay $1 for my energy, right? The energy in things, right? It took energy, time, and thought. Thought had to be put into it to make. Say I buy a soda for $100, right? So it's the principles of this universe, right? So money is the only thing that can rival God, but it can't surpass God. At the end of the day, you need God more than money. I I go to teach you the truth, right? I go to talk the truth. Because people want to say money is the root of all evil, guns are the root of all. That's a lie. It's people. People and their principalities is the root of all evil, not money. God love hardworking men, and money push and motivate men to work hard to acquire worldly possessions to bring comfort, protection, security, right? These are all blessings from God, you know. These are all blessings from God, and it start with the mind. It start with the mind first. It start with the mind first. It really start with the mind, because if you are not stable in mind and heart, you can never, even how much money you could have, you can never keep it, because people gonna want to come and steal it from you, rob you, rape you of all your money and stuff. So if you can't protect the money, because you only can get the mentality to God, yoking yourself to God, meditation, and it's all come down to money, power, and respect. Money, power, and respect. So if you don't respect yourself or God or you know the things that come to make you acquire so much money, then you'll never be able to keep it. People will always trick you out your money, and you'll always be give your last shekel to somebody who don't like you or don't have your best interests at heart. And this can be family members, like it says in the Bible. Jesus don't come to bring peace. Him come to bring a sword. Him come to put mother against daughter, son against father. Him come to put mother-in-law against mother. Him don't come to bring peace. Him come to change things up, stir up the game, stir up the pot, stir up the pot. Cause that's what was going on. All the resentment, the grudge that was always playing in the background. Him want it come forward so it can be dealt with. Right? Anything that kills with the sword shall also die by the sword. If you live by the sword, you're going to die by the sword. If you live by the gun, somebody are gonna shoot you dead in the streets. You see me? It's maybe luck or the devil, cause the devil hosts you to do some secret plan that him have for the future. The devil can't bless his people. Him can't bless. The devil can't bless nobody. That's the greatest trick, a trick and illusion that the devil has made, that he can bless you with all sort of riches and fortune and fame. That's a lie, bro. The devil the devil puts you in certain position to help his agenda, to propagate his agenda. That's all these people are who are mark of the beast. They're just agents of the devil. We saw this in the Matrix when they showed Mr. Smith can possess anybody and transform into himself, his true nature, which is the guy in the black suit, the white guy in the black suit. That's him, and these are the spirits. There is different type of spirits, right? You have demons. I only going to talk about the two, the angels and demons, right? Angels are more of the good nature, light, right? Demons are low vibrating creatures, right? They're not really even conscious. They just have this. You have spirit of greed, spirit of lust, right? Spirit of confusion. These are demons. These are demons running through your head, right? Electrically, right? So when these demons take make your personality, is your nature, right? It's dealing with polarity, opposite polarity. It's contrast. So you can be more over to the dark side or more over to the light side. But it's not that any either is better. You have to become master of the shadow and light to become fully conscious, because they can't work without the other. Then both need each other. Right? This is why Jesus tried to came to teach us the way. He is the way. He is the light. Jesus is the light. He is the light of the world. Right? He is the word. He is logos. Right? He wrote the law. Jesus said in the Bible he wrote the law. So he is the law. He was the first to write it, so he is the law. God, he is the word of God. He is the promise to the universe of God's greatest gift to man, which is life, is more life, abundance in life, eternal life, right? Well, I'm not going to speak too much more about it. I want to save this conversation for future, right? Future videos, right? So I appreciate all who came to listen to me. I'm not trying to impose myself as any form of prophet. I have studied. I don't prophesize. I had studied, I had meditated, I had gone through a lot of life issues to come to understand these scriptures and texts, right? More esoterically and mystically, right? To explain these ideas and constructs and stuff. Cause I don't waste my time with people. I rather indulge myself in the truth and finding the truth. I'm a truth seeker, right? So I'd like to put out the truth out there so people can know too. People can know too. And, I don't really care if people subscribe. As long as you listen to me, because I'm on my journey. I'm handling my journey. I'm not going to be like the pastors and be like, y'all need to give me donations or shit like that. I rather I'm more comfortable when I'm in control of my income, right? So I'm not dependent on people. I'm not dependent on people to be my to provide me my income. People who lost, hurt, right? That to me don't make any sense because they're not going to be stable. They're never going to be stable. They come here to hear the truth so they can do some rapport on their life. So yeah, not about exploitation. I hate black pastors for it. That's why I hate black pastors. They come and try tell you their version of the truth and make you feel like say you obligated to give them donations, isn't it? So that's the lie from they made up, isn't it? But you can't really taint the truth, isn't it? God word can't be really tainted. So all they can talk into their ass, isn't it? You pick up some of the truth in there. So I'm coming off now.